Hey guys. Hold on, give me a sec. Basically, I'm back here, and as you can see, this is a very different review video, as I'm reviewing the new TMNT Mutant Mayhem figures from, as you can see, if it focuses, Playmates Toys, which is the company that has been making the, these the mainline TMNT figures for like quite a while. They made the figures for the 2012 show, Rise of TMNT and all that, and now Mutant Mayhem. I'm pretty sure there's others, but I don't feel like going through. I just don't feel like doing the research right now. So yeah, but yeah, I decided to pick these up, and and the reason why I decided to do a video on it is mainly because just to say right now, I love TMNT. It was my childhood back in the day, and I still love it to this day. I recently have been getting back into it, and these figures are honestly very different from the others, and they actually look really good. That's me being generally honest, and I'm not gonna waste time, and I'm just gonna get into it. So start in I have the 4 main turtles here. I don't have for example, I don't have Splinter or Bebop and Rocksteady or Superfly or Leatherhead. I don't have those because they weren't available at Target, which I'll say I got these figures at Target, which if you check your Target right now, they'll be filled with TMNT stuff probably. But it's just me. But anyways, I'm gonna start this review off by showing off Leonardo. I know I probably should have done a really cool cut there, transition or whatever, but I didn't decide to do it because I don't feel like it right now. So, but here is Leonardo, and there's no real reason for me to keep the packaging, but I decided to do it anyway since it looks nice. But yeah, and yeah, here is Leonardo, and honestly, this is one of Playmates' best TMNT figures. And I mean the whole figure line of the turtles and everything, and that's mainly just because of how much detail they actually put into not just the figure itself, but also the accessories, which I'll get into later. But as you can see, the Leo here is very light green and everything. I know on camera he looks just normal green and everything, but in person he actually has a very light green tone to him. And one of the main interesting things about these figures is not just the detail, but it's also their faces, because as you can see, there's black outlines. And if you haven't kept up with the whole new style of TMNT Mutant Mayhem, it's going off of Spider-Verse, where there's lots of 2D sources or whatever being put into a 3D movie, CG movie, whatever you want to call it. It's weird how they did this. Well, not weird how they did it, but it's just this is different, but it's not necessarily I don't know what to say. Sorry for that. I had to think of what I'm gonna say because I always do these things unscripted. But anyways, just saying, I like the face, honestly. It fits the whole style of the Mutant Mayhem brand, honestly, and what it's going for. And I like the posability. I haven't tested it out that much since I literally just got it out of the packaging, but it feels a lot more flexible than the 2012 figures, those are the only other Playmates Toys figures that I have of TMNT. Their feet can move, and so can their hands, which also that's oopsie. My figure has a little mark, which honestly you won't be able to notice either way if you look, turn it like that or whatever. But it's whatever. And on here, with his actual belt, it has his L initial, the 1987 show, which I think is cool how they kind of reference that, as well as some ninja stars that are actually painted. The thing about Playmates Toys is that they can get really cheap with their TMNT figures, and when I say cheap, I mean they don't necessarily color everything. The weapons from the 2012 line were just kind of one solid color, and so was everything else about their accessories. But here they actually decided to color them, which I'll just get the weapons out of his holster right here. What am I saying? Which you can see, they could just slide in where that. And actually, God, it's hard to do with one hand. I don't know if this can. Oh yeah, this can come off, by the way. So you don't necessarily need to have him, with his. I don't know why I want to call it a upholster or whatever. I don't even think that's a real word. But if you really wanted to, just say get rid of this or just not have it on him, then you could do that. But anyways, here, like, his weapons here, there's not much to go off of, but they didn't make it one solid color. Like for the 2012 line, Leo's weapons were just a solid gray, but now like it actually has this orange brownish base right here, which is like the actual like color of his katanas, I'm pretty sure. And they said to do that for both. It's hard to hold these. I just really like how these look. They look neat. They don't look cheap. And I feel like, that's one of the reasons why I said that these are probably going to be one of Playmate's best TMNT figures. Anyways, on to the other stuff that came with Leo. He came with, like, a little version of, like, his own, like, self, like, little baby turtle. Which I don't necessarily know why. Also, I don't know why there's a hole. I don't know why there's a hole in his shell, but... okay, sure. I'll probably figure that out later, but yeah. I don't know why they necessarily came. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't necessarily know why I don't know why they made this, honestly, because from everything we've seen, and from what I've seen at least, we haven't seen the turtles look like this yet. And if anything, they should have just not added this and just make, like, if you guys aren't aware, there's actually a 2-pack with the actual turtles and their baby versions of themselves, which I could get if I really wanted to, but it just doesn't matter, honestly. But I'm just saying, I don't necessarily see the point of having this in here. I guess it's fine either way, I guess, to fill the space, but it's not, like I said, necessary. But yeah. Now here is a very interesting, like, accessory, which, okay, I haven't tested it out yet because I'm afraid to do so, which I'm pretty sure, like, if you've, okay, just saying, I don't know if anyone's done this, but, like, if you've, like, got any, like, 3D models or stuff, how, like, they're always attached to, like, this little, rectangular space or whatever, and it's just connected by these little joints or whatever, and you could just pull them off. I'm pretty sure this is what that's supposed to be. I don't know if I want to do it, because from everything I've seen, I mean, maybe. I'll have to test it out later, but right now I don't want to do that, because I'm afraid. But as you can see, just kind of from looking, you can see that this has, a little secondary blade, which all of this is just one solid color, which is kind of weird, just because the pizza is solid, and it's like, I don't know why you wouldn't do that, but then again, I guess it doesn't necessarily matter all that much. But he's got like a secondary blade. What I'm assuming is the ooze, that turns them all into what they are. A katana, a pizza that I mentioned is a solid gray. And some throwing spears. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what they're called, but I don't necessarily care. But yeah, that is Leo right there. And yeah, I'm sorry that took a lot. The first figure, I had to get all the main differences out of the way. All the rest are practically having the same differences and all that. But anyways, sorry, I had to catch my breath. Now going on to Raphael. Anyways, here is Raphael, or Raph. Obviously the similarity, the things I talked about for Leo are practically on here, as in the face having black outlines, his initial being on his belt, and just everything looking nice and all that. There's not many differences, except I don't know why, but like every single Raph these days are having do-rags on their heads for whatever reason. I think that's what they're called. Don't correct me, because I don't want to deal. I'm just tired. But they always have these do-rags on their heads or whatever, and it's just always, I don't know, it's just a modern thing, I guess, now, which, And obviously since Raph's the more tougher guy, you could see he has a little more marks on him, like on his shell, everything. You can see a few scratches, a little indents, which looks pretty good, I will say. And obviously he got that mean face because it's Raph. And he does come with his size. I only put one in his belt because because they're the same, and I want to just show one. Which they're just like Leo's. It's they use they use two different colors. It's not one solid color. The weird thing here though is how fat the middle point is. Like it's because I don't know. It's just so, it looks weird to me, but I'll get used to it. Obviously, I don't know. It just looks weird for having the middle point being so fat, and also, his size go into the front side of his belt and everything. Which for the 2012 Raph figure or whatever, or just 2012 Raph, his size always went into on his backside and everything, which it doesn't matter, honestly. It's Raph, not much else to say since, similarities are there with Leo, and similarities include Turtle, which is, it kind of looks the same as Leo's. It's just it has a tiny bit darker tone. I had a voice crack there, I'm sorry. But, not much to say. I already one time I ran on the Turtles. But, Raph also comes with this thing, which I'm pretty sure is definitely for, you can take these off and just have them hold them or whatever. You got, other weird gray pizzas, another canister, weird Japanese weaponry, which I don't know, katanas, not katanas, as throwing sorry. I don't know my weapon lore, guys. I am sorry. Okay, anyways, not much to say about Raph since he has more or less the same, similarities to Leo, like I've already said so many times. I also did save his packaging, and the only real thing about the packaging that's different is that it just has the character that you buy, on it. So, it had Leo on here when I opened Leo. This one I have Raph. It's simple as that. You probably already noticed. But now we're going on to Donatello. Next up, we have the nerd emoji of the group. I know that's not my joke, but we have Donatello, and obviously, I feel like Donnie has the most differences, more differences out of all the other turtles, and just in his old character design and the figure itself. Obviously, you could see he has a little handbag that has his phone sticking out, which it's kind of weird just because of the whole color it has, but then again, doesn't bother. Also, a weird thing that I just noticed is his glasses, which, if you've paid attention, then Donnie has glasses, but the thing about this figure is that you can remove his glasses. You can remove his glasses and he can just look like that, which, honestly, I don't know. Why does this look better? But, if you don't want him to have his glasses, you can just have him look like every other variation of Donnie that doesn't have glasses. Which I will just leave those off since those are hard to put back on. But everything that I've already mentioned with Raph and Leo are practically, the same here, with the face, belts, all that, Not much to say about Donnie. And also, his color is very, very, very much lighter. And the same goes, for his turtle here, which I'll just get out of the way. I think I should just put his glasses right there. And here is his weapon, which is just one solid color, which, I'm pretty sure it's one solid color anyway, but, it's whatever, it looks fine and everything. And also, Donnie here is Donnie here is the only figure to come with one extra accessory, which is headphones, headphones. I don't know why he comes with this. I'm pretty sure I've seen him, wear this around his neck or whatever. But, they're cool. Not much to them. They aren't necessary, but then again, doesn't matter. And of course, Donnie here came with another one of these stands, but this one has orange color to it, which, is kind of different, kind of strange, but then again, doesn't matter to me. Except, no more gray pizza, more orange infested pizza. got more throwing stars, more canisters. What looks like to be a very long nunchuck or something. And his actual staff with a blade coming out. Which, if you've paid attention to past TMNT material, the same thing was done for 2012 Donnie's bow staff, whatever. But yeah, that's Donnie. Not much to say. But it's Donnie. Okay, now we're getting on to our final figure, which is none other than Michelangelo. Now on to the last figure, being Michelangelo. And I gotta say already, I think Mikey's probably my favorite figure out of, all the turtles. I just like how his face is, it's very well detailed. And Mikey here has definitely the biggest color change, as he's a bog water green, which is not something you see usually in Mikey's. Like, I'm pretty sure the last time we saw it is like in I want to say the 2007 show, but this show right here, I'll just put it on screen. But anyways, here Mikey, I feel like, is the more simplistic one. He doesn't have that many differences or just details to him. Like, his belt here doesn't have like ninja throwing stars or ninja weaponry. Like, it doesn't have any of that. But like, his posability is practically the same. And I also forgot to mention that all of their little elbow straps and knee straps, or whatever they're called, are all corresponding colors to their own, headbands and all that. And, it's done just like the 1987 show with, like, you've seen, all of them have the same colors of, their knee pads and all that, to the same as, their headbands and all that. You know what I'm talking about. You already know. But, here is Mikey, and, yeah, I mean, Mikey's a pretty good figure. I don't have much to go into him. And he obviously comes again with his turtle, which is the same color as him. And the most interesting thing about this Mikey figure, I think, is his nunchucks, which they look good. It's not one solid color. It's the way they're shaped. I think these are mainly, like, I think the way Mikey's nunchucks were sculpted here were mainly made to be like, he's mainly meant to hold them and not necessarily keep them, in his, upholster or whatever. I don't know the proper words, but then again, like, I think these are mainly designed to be held by him and not necessarily, kept behind him and all that. Which, he does have them. He does have like little places to hold his nunchucks. I don't know. I just find the shape of his nunchucks just very strange. But it still looks good. I do think. I don't want to put him in because I don't feel like it. And his last accessory is obviously what everyone else has come with. This little stand, which I think this one is definitely more different, as it actually has like a little, it's like a support. Why do I want to say support beam? But it just has like support so it can stand up. I am still confused as to why, like, this is like, or why this is. I don't even know what this is. But Donnie and Mikey are the only ones to have different colored bases of these things, except Mikey's is a much more brighter, I think. And Mikey's nunchucks, like, Mikey here has a nunchuck that could just extend and have a blade on it, like the 2012 show. And he just has an extra nunchuck here, I guess, for whatever reason. Ninja throwing stars, pizza, ooze canister, all that, And not much to it. Not much else to say. And yeah, that is it for these TMNT Mutant Mayhem figures. Anyways, guys, that is it for this review. Obviously, I don't have any more to review. This is obviously very different than when I'm usually, uploading and all that. Like for reviews, just plushie, FNAF plushies, action figures, all that. Not these action figures, but FNAF action figures. Like, I don't necessarily upload this stuff because I never think it will do well. But then again, TMNT Mutant Mayhem is getting, it's getting more attention as, days go by and all that, as the weeks and months go by until it releases. Which, fun fact, it releases on my actual birthday, August 2nd. So, yeah, that will be, that'll be interesting. Which, I hope to see this on opening day for my birthday, obviously. And, it's it's just, it's just all that. I really like these figures. Definitely, like I already said, Playmates Toys, best TMNT figures in my opinion. If you really, if you like seeing this review or just like seeing these guys and, on camera, then I recommend going to Target or whatever to get these, because that's where they're being sold right now. I haven't seen any in Walmart because these literally just came out and I haven't been to Walmart yet, so you should probably go to Target if you want to find these, and I will say it's definitely worth it. Anyways, that is it for this video. Not much else to say. Even if there is more I need to say, I won't, because this video will end very soon, like right about now. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.